Welcome to Half My Age, a weekly show in which a 25-year-old adult and a 50-year-old child help each other make sense of the world.
Andrew.
Mrs. Philholm, how are you?
Been thinking about that. I'm incredulous is how I am.
You're incredulous.
Thank you for taking my call at an unscheduled time.
Anytime. Day or night.
I need you to talk this through with me, Andrew. Okay, listen, I'm going to be... Is my jacket making noise? I bet it is.
Probably.
Okay, I'm going to try not to rustle. I've got my rustly jacket on. Hold on. I know better than this, and I'm in my nice warm studio. I'm going to take it off. That'll make a big rustle. Hold on,
if I remember from last week, it's important that we have good audio quality because you're trying to impress someone's ears.
That's correct, and that's another reason I want to go fast. I want to tell you the story fast because I have a very handsome man and Thai food waiting for me. So
let's get
this show on the road.
Well, here's the intro music. Ba, 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 ba.
Okay, so Andrew, I want to talk to you about the Macintosh Corporation.
Okay.
I would like to walk you through a few things. First of all, dear listeners, dear readers, dear subscribers, I am still on the old girl. And that's frustrating. And okay, so here's how it goes. 11 days ago, I took my computer in to be fixed. I have had the only thing so far, after many calls and online and chats, the only thing I have been told up until yesterday was it has been received at the repair facility in Texas. And don't ask any more questions, little lady. When it's good and ready, they'll send it to you and they'll email you all about it. Alrighty. So yesterday I made a follow-up call to ask, same thing. I was told pretty much the same thing, except I was told that the keys to the kingdom are through the Apple Cherry Creek store. Okay. So even when I'm on support and it's an international, ring of conspiracy, really,
international event.
Call the. You can imagine.
I got China on the line.
Yep. Hello, New York. So they call the Apple at Cherry Creek store, okay? And then they come back and say, yesterday, good news. The Apple at Cherry Creek store has escalated your repair. Whatever. I go, could you explain to me what that means? Yeah, it means that they've asked again of the repair facility in Texas, hey, what's up with that computer? So today I went to the store. I in true fashion, as the woman I am, I went to the store and said, I'd like to speak to the manager. Andrew, I surely did. So my jokes about myself are coming true.
You've been manifesting, I think.
They were very kind. I spoke to the head of the repair department there at the Apple Cherry Creek store, who advised me that what I must do is go home and call Apple Care Support.
Go home, pray on it. Seek the wisdom of your elders.
Call your friends who are the most woo-woo and go, when is Mercury out of retrograde? What's that you've been saying? Okay. And ask them, insist that they launch a shipping investigation. Okay? I repeat these words back to this guy, Michael, at the Apple Cherry Creek store. He gives me a piece of paper on which he has written, this is the number where we actually answer here at this store. And the way to get to us is when the robot says, what are you calling about? You say manager. So very funny. I actually speak to the manager.
That is funny.
It is funny. I didn't think about that. It doesn't feel very funny right now. Okay. I got to stick to none of this is interesting. I'm trying to stick to the interesting parts of the story. So Michael, I left with great, care and hope that I thought that was the right thing to do. On good advice, I was going to call, and he said, you ask them to escalate. Nope, you ask them to launch an investigation into the shipping, and that will force them to send the record tracking and DT2. And by the way, he told me, we're on day 11 of your repair. At day 14, typically, the repair center, if it's gone 14 days, is going to reach out to us or me, maybe, it's all very complicated, to say, we're just sending you a new machine.
That's so peculiar, so Mrs. Philholm.
Peculiar as fuck?
Granted, you and I are
So
only
then-
a sample size of 2, but it seems pretty strange that whenever a Macintosh book professional goes to Dallas, I think is the repair facility mine went to,
It gets missing.
it just gets lost.
Okay, well, that's good. You're right. That is very interesting. In a different, it's a different manifestation. It's a different trail of tears. Jesus. Okay, so guess what then? Came home and I did call Apple support. Nope, called them while I was driving because I knew it was going to take a long time. And it surely did. I spoke to 5 different people. I said that very clearly that what we needed to do was launch this investigation of the shipping. And then I was told in lots of different ways that that wasn't going to happen for me. Then I was told that what the people who should launch the shipping investigation are the Apple Store geniuses at the Cherry Creek store. And I went, cool. Okay, cool. I've got Michael's number. I'm going to call him right back. And then they say two different people, maybe 3 on the same call. We're going to call the Apple Cherry Creek store right now. So then I'm on hold while they're on hold. And again, they're just, okay. And they don't get through. They come back and say, they're not answering. So, all right. Finally, I get bumped up to it's not called customer service with Apple. Do you know what it is? Customer care?
No, I don't know.
I'm at the top level. You'll be happy to know, Andrew. And she did say to me that Alicia, I believe is her name, and she is mine. She is going to be my direct
I remember
contact.
that spiel vividly. I had 2 people who said, you know what, I'm going to take this one over. This is going to be mine.
Yep. And I'm going to send you an email with all of this. And at this point, I'm getting a little bit hysterical. Like I'm getting a little bit going, I really need this machine. It's hard for me to do anything that I do to make money without that machine. And golly, I will never again, not that I'm not appreciative for that machine, but boy, oh boy, this little old Air, she's so sad and slow. Okay, so this person who is my case advisor, my social worker, she says, I'm going to, I've just escalated it in 2 different ways. I mean, seriously, she's serving me avocado toast 6 different ways. And
what does that mean, Mrs. Philholm?
I don't know. There's like all those restaurants, they'll do those hipster things like duck 6 ways. And you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. So then guess what? Today is Tuesday. She says to me, I will call you back, me, your personal chick. How about Friday afternoon at 3? Whew. And I went, My whole point is that, in fact, I had said to every one of these along the way, I realized the quickest thing to say was, I don't care why things are slow or parts might be coming from China, or I don't care why. And I really do understand that things are slow right now and the world is crazy. I need to know when, and I need to know what is happening, because it's impossible to get any status update seriously on. So that also makes me feel like black hole of the repair center in Dallas, like what crop circle shit is going on there that they can't even tell you. They might send you a new computer. It's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So she'll call me Friday at 3, and I once again repeated that the timing is the issue right now. Urgent is what I'm talking about. Well, then she explains to me, I mean, the spiels are fascinating, right? She explains to me, well, that's the only way it can be because she's going to be out of the office. She doesn't work on Wednesdays and Thursdays. See, so that's that helping me. And that she's escalated it, and she expects that she will hear back from these people about something, some update. But she won't hear about it on Wednesday or Thursday, Andrew, because she doesn't work those days. She's mine. She's my care representative.
Sounds like you got stuck with the wrong one, Mrs. Philholm. You needed the Wednesday, Thursday gal, and you got someone else.
So, seems like it. So I went back to the Apple store and talked to Michael, and he was so nice, truly nice, and like humanly nice. And they come right out to me. And his recommendation is indeed that I should do what I believe you did and buy a new machine for the interim.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of that? Is that what you did?
I did do that, and it worked out okay. So that I think what they've got, and we'll have to double check it to be sure you don't want to get screwed over, but I think what they've got is a 14-day no questions asked return policy.
Yep.
And that's what
I mean. He said that.
That's what I did, and so my story was very similar. I sent my computer away for a repair. The difference was my repair happened very quickly, and they got it in the mail like the very next day.
So you got that email that said, Andrew, your computer's coming. It's fixed.
Yeah, and then it never
You
showed
got
up.
that. Mhm,
So I had a UPS tracking number, and I waited and I waited and I waited, and it just kept doing that UPS thing where it gets pushed back and it gets pushed back and it gets pushed back, and it was never out for delivery. Not it just never got here. And then I did that thing that you just did with those two, with that person who says, I'm going to, we've escalated this. This is a real problem. I'm going to take it over. And then they left me in limbo. I think it took me like a month, maybe a month and a half for them to finally give me the replacement. So in the meantime, I was in the same position. I had to buy another computer. I worked on it for a couple of weeks and then I took it back. And the guy says, what's wrong with it? And I said, well, I think I lied because I didn't want to pull a Seinfeld, try to return it for spite, only to figure out that spite is not covered under the 14-day no questions asked guarantee.
And that book has been in the bathroom, and now it's marked.
But that's what I inferred, is that it was for spite. And they took it, and it all worked out okay eventually. But good Lord, there's a lot of heartache in the middle.
But were you without a machine then for another month? Because you said it was about a month and a half until they gave you the replacement, and you only kept that machine for the 14 days.
Well, I didn't go out and buy the machine for, I don't know, 2 weeks or something because I still had hope, right? And I guess
because you live in faith. That's exactly where I am right now.
You've been out for 11 days. So the problem was, UPS acknowledged right away. They said, yep, no problem. We lost this thing. But that
somebody at UPS got a real nice Christmas gift.
Yeah. Something like that. But the issue was that I, as the recipient of the computer, couldn't file that claim. That responsibility lies with the seller.
Right. Yeah.
So I
remember that.
I just kept getting like this runaround from Apple, and they're like, no, we've got to make sure that UPS acknowledges the claim or whatever. And I'm like, no, UPS told me they lost it, right? I've got an email string with a UPS person. They owned up right away. And I could not for the life of me convince the Apple people to just send me to the Apple store and tell me to pick up a machine, which is what they eventually did after I did the thing. I emailed Tim Cook at Apple, and I'm sure he's got a team of secretaries, and one of the secretaries picked up my email and forwarded me to like triple secret black.
Did you really do that?
I did do that, and
should I do that?
I think so. I think that's the best way.
I love that. Can you forward me the email that you sent?
Yeah, I can do that. I just need to find it. But yeah.
Okay, this feels like a caper now.
Right. Mrs. Philholm, did you want to ask me about my life at all?
Yeah. But I mostly wanted your advice on this, and I still want to know if I should go buy a new computer or not.
Well, reach out to Tim Cook first. I'll send you the email here. Maybe we can include the damn thing.
And I'm limping along on the adorable.
In show notes.
Maybe we can include it. What? Okay. The email?
Mm-hmm.
The email address so everyone can email him on my behalf. Actually, readers, please do that. Dear gentle readers, please reach out for my birthday, which was 2 weeks ago. That's what I want. Yeah, Andrew, how's your life, man? I sure do want to know about your life, and I know it's all good. But like I said, Thai food, and
Sure. Well, I'll keep it brief.
Man.
One of my clients got acquired, and I'm part of the acquisition. So I just started a new job yesterday. It's very exciting. And also,
new job, who dis?
Delaney and I are under contract on a house.
What?
Kind of.
Where? Tell me where.
Before I tell you where, I'll tell you that the house yesterday flunked its inspection, and we're no longer under contract, or we won't be under contract shortly.
Oh, how did that feel?
Awful.
Remember when I went through that?
It felt really awful.
I was lying on the floor of the house that I was going to soon walk away from because the inspection was going so badly. I was like, I have to lie down. Remember, that's when we learned, Andrew, that's when Lisa Lane Philholm learned that it is always worth it to pay for good advice and educated, right? Wasn't that it?
Mm-hmm.
Like to pay for good input as you make a decision. Hey, okay, so all right, so don't tell me don't jinx it, but maybe?
Maybe what? No, are we talking about the house?
Yeah, maybe you have a house?
No, we don't want this house. It's a bad one.
This is a bad one. But wait, do you have a contract on another house?
No, ma'am. We're
I mean, an offer on another house?
No, ma'am.
There was only the one house?
Only the one house. Well, I mean, you don't want to make offers on multiple houses all at once.
No. I'm sorry. I just misunderstood. I thought you told me that you are.
I did say we're under contract, but only because we haven't had chance to register our objections and.
Okay, but you got a bad inspection.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Okay, so can you tell me what was problem with the inspection? Was it
everything?
Mold and fire damage, like the death house? Really?
It was.
Did you look at a video of your sewer pipes?
We looked at the sewer, and the sewer was funny. I was there for the whole inspection.
Funny is not what you want. Yeah.
And the sewer guy came in to tell us, of course it's got a clay pipe, but the street was ripped up, and they put PVC. At the tap from the sewer, to the sidewalk, which I've been told is the most expensive part of a new sewer. But from the that PVC to the house is still a clay pipe. It seems like a half-done job, just like every other job in the house is also a half-done job.
Yeah, you don't want Funny to come back when you're getting your house inspected. Funny sewer. Nope. Old house then, huh?
1962.
Cute. Okay, well, boo for that house. We don't want it.
We sure don't. But, we're hot on it. We're trying to get in a house before our lease ends, which is in February. So we're looking, and it's possible we do go with a new build that'll be done, a year from now.
Sure.
But we're since I got a new job and I'm no longer an independent contractor, I'm now a W-2 worker. Lenders are much less skeptical of my income.
Sure. So
that's
great, Andrew. That's exciting. You know what? I just want to remind you of what my wonderful realtor Kelly said when I walked away from that death house after spending all that money and just freaking and all the hopes and dreams. And she said, I have never, ever, ever had anybody regret doing that. And surely right around the corner is the house, just like every time this happens, it's so heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for her too. That's a lot of damn work. And she was right, because then I walked into the dollhouse, and I mean, that house compared to this house, it's a joke. It's a joke. I mean, so obviously this is a million times better. Hey, last night we had a bonfire in the backyard at the dollhouse while it was snowing.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
It was delightful.
That's real
and the lights
Winter Wonderland
on.
stuff.
It was so Winter Wonderland. It looked like Christmas time. I was not really part of the party. My backyard hosted a socially distanced birthday party for a friend of mine, for his girlfriend, a comic friend. And so I wasn't really part of the party. I mean, I hosted it and helped, but then I left in the middle of the party, to tell you the truth. Right after the police came to tell me that my neighbor to the north, not Rafiki, to ask me when the last time I saw him was, because he was found dead in his house.
Oh.
I don't. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that, Mrs. Philholm.
Bring some hilarious content. I don't either, except that something is always shaken. On, shake, down, straight. Okay. So you vote that I send this email. You're going to send me that, and then I'm going to wait until Friday, because the other thing that Michael told me in person at the store, but everybody on the phone sort of mocked Michael, like, Michael shouldn't have told you that. That's impossible. About like who could launch the investigation, if you please. And. One thing he told me, I said that, yeah, that at the 14-day mark is when, according to him, typically, he did not say this is hard and fast, but he says typically that's when they would reach out to me again and say, hey, we're just going to send you a new computer. But again, I actually asked him that. So am I going to walk into this store and just pick up a new machine? And then he said, no. That's not how that works. Please, you simple bitch. Okay. The other thing that he left me with, which might be two good things. He signed me up for business, Apple. Mm-hmm. Do you have that?
I do not.
Okay.
But I'm familiar.
Oh, you don't? He said they're going to call me or reach out to me tomorrow, and including if I decide to buy a new machine, they'll just help me pick one over the phone and have it delivered same day. Or things like that is what they can expedite for. Because I started to get a little, also, saying that I make my money with this machine. It's not a lot of money. But dude, I am also applying for the Real Girl jobs and, working on a slow machine. What a spoiled brat I am, because I have a nice MacBook Air here that I should just be grateful. But it literally jams up my workflow, and it's not a fun experience. You know how I feel.
Oh, sure.
I don't need to
spend
tell
a lot
you.
of money on that machine. You should have that machine.
That's part of it.
Especially
is the
if the damn thing's
pain.
in warranty.
It's in warranty, and it's okay. Anyway, so the good news is I'm probably getting a new
Do you know
one,
what
I guess.
doesn't make
but
sense
again,
to
that's
me,
going to go
Mrs.
down
Philholm?
thing. No, please. Nope.
You take your car in for an oil change, right? It's just a regular maintenance, and they say, hey, you know what? It might be a while. Here's a loaner. I don't understand why there's no loaner in Apple land.
Literally what somebody said to me, like my mom or somebody said, then they just give you a loaner. I went, I know, right? Literally, why don't they do that? They do it at, I wish I still worked at the university. They have loaners, not Apple ones, though. Anyway, yeah, computers are fun, and generally our audience loves it. But I felt that was more of a human interest story about, I don't know, about the...
I can't believe that they're 0 for 2.
About customer
right?
service, I guess. Yeah.
That's an awfully poor batting average.
Golly gee. And like I said, on the other hand, though, I mean, I love this, I love the machines, and I will... It's stunning. Yeah, it's stunning. And the fact that they disappeared, like I'm saying, so what is that plant in Texas? Is it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Like, nothing going on, nothing to see here. And we can't tell you even an update about, like, why isn't that an automated thing? It's what they do.
Yeah, I don't know, Mrs. Philholm.
I
would like to hear a story from someone who sent their MacBook in for repair and got it back.
Me too, because I always tell everybody, you got to buy AppleCare, and you do. I mean, it's still, something is going to come out of this in terms of me and a computer that works, but I don't like the timeline that you are proposing here. So email Steve Cook, everybody.
Tim Cook.
On my behalf.
Tim Cook. I just sent you the
Tim
email.
Cook. Who did I say?
Steve.
Steve? Who's Steve Cook?
No idea. Oh,
I don't know
Steve
who that
Cook
could
is the guy,
possibly
he
be.
owns all the buildings on Broadway. It says, call Steve Cook to lease.
Oh, funny.
You subliminally see that name all the time, I'm sure.
I do. That's like where the old days of comedy were, in the before times. Okay, well, thanks for the advice, Andrew. And
you're welcome. I hope Tim's friend gets it wrapped up. Let me verify.
Me too.
And figure out who emailed me back, and maybe you can email her directly as well. Maybe you could CC her. Well, you probably don't want to CC her.
Email the secretary pool. Why not?
Because that might, maybe they say, oh, she's got it covered, and then they don't assign you properly.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I don't know either, and it is stunning, and I guess it's just the state of the world, customer service-wise. I don't know. It feels like a real fun little...
the last line...
Yeah, obstacle course.
It is an obstacle course. The last line of my email is exactly what you said. I said, is there a specialist who can remedy this problem this weekend? I'm a freelance software developer, and this MacBook Pro is my livelihood. It's not reasonable for me to be without it for 20-plus days, especially while it's still under warranty.
Thank you. I will use your wording.
You can copy and paste that.
With great love and affection, Andrew. Thank you for that. I'm going to copy and paste your ish up all in there. Okay. Well, what are you eating for dinner tonight?
Tokabe. Have you ever had that?
What that means?
It's a American Indian food restaurant, and they do like a fry bread with. I do a fry bread with ground beef, chili beans, hot salsa, corn salsa, cheese and lettuce, and then they do sour cream and chipotle, like a chipotle drizzle on top. So good.
I'm hungry. That sounds delicious.
It's not nearly as good as Thai food with a handsome man, though.
I don't know, Andrew. I know. My question was, is that in your building?
No, it's close by, though. It's over at I-25 in Arapahoe.
Okay, well, good luck on your house hunt.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And good luck
That's
on your...
so exciting.
Good luck on your Odyssey.
Yeah, thanks, man. It all, schlemazel once again. Thanks, Andrew. Talk to you later.
Goodbye, Mrs. Philholm.
Bye.